are like, oh, I know I need to do something about this, but how do I do it? And I brought in the best woman to help you achieve this in splickety splick quickly. Debbie Mikulla, who is a master at this and has closet control at debbiemikulla.com. Welcome, Debbie.
Hi, Sheryl. Thanks so much. I'm excited to be here, and I'm so excited to see you.
I know. Same here. So let's get right to it. What is the first thing we walk in there and we're like, oh, I can't take this anymore. I don't have anything to wear. I can't find things. What's the first thing we should do?
Yeah, so many women have this issue. That's why I created closet control, because I just kept hearing that over and over and over. So before we get to the 5 steps, I would say the first thing that you want to do is schedule time on your calendar. Take this time for yourself. It's a form of self-love. It's a form of self-care. I say take an hour or 2, get rid of distractions, husbands, children, dogs, mark it on your calendar, in your phone, and get a favorite beverage, turn some good music on. It's all about getting your mindset into that space. Like, I'm going to go in and do this for myself.
Right. And if you're totally overwhelmed, have someone like yourself or an expert in your area. Yeah. But you also can do these virtually with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
we schedule the time, and what's the first thing that we should do?
First thing we need to do is try everything on. And typically we look at seasons as spring and summer together, fall and winter together. I advise that you do this closet purge, try on organization twice a year. I do my own 4 times a year, but I do this for a living, and so I just do it. The first thing you want to do is take all of the clothes out of the closet, and you can do it by category if you prefer. If you don't have a lot of space in your bedroom or on your bed, but you can lay the garments on your bed, and you're going to go through them one at a time. If you have a collapsible rolling rack or can purchase one, they're awesome. $60 at the Container Store or Target, and they collapse down very low, and you can store it under a bed. As you can see in the lower right photo, my client had a rack ready to go, so we were just going through her jackets in this photo. So you want a full-length mirror as well, and you want to try every piece on, and that takes you to the assessment.
How do a lot of your clients feel during this stage to actually, say, try things on in front of you, or if they're trying them on in front of another family member? Are they usually happier or is it a time of, I have to be serious with myself and reflect, is this still serving me? What are some things that go through their minds?
I would say there's probably both of that. But we don't just get into the try-on and the assessment. Anyone who would be interested in working with me, we have a series of questions that I email each client. And it's a getting to know you. I also offer a complimentary 30-minute phone call. So there's a lot of discovery that goes on before we do this. And I think just with my natural demeanor, and I'm coming from a place of serving and love and caring for this person and wanting to truly help them, I think that releases all barriers and walls. I've been watching women get undressed for 15 years because of my clothing business. I help women build their wardrobes with a line of clothing called Etc. So they're pretty comfortable with it. And because we've gone through those questionnaires and discovered a lot of information, they feel empowered to go through, and now they know what they need and what they want. Mm-hmm. And that is really key into doing this assessment.
So how do you assess the clothing? That does take us right into step number 2. Are there a few key things in terms of how you go about saying, yes, I'm going to keep this no longer works on me?
Absolutely. There are quite a few things. I'll touch on a couple here. One of the key things, if not the number one thing, is dress for your shape. If you have this certain shape and this other type of garment doesn't work well, you're never going to wear that piece because you're never going to feel good in it. It's not going to feel right. And that is the number one. Also, we talk about your coloring and what colors work best for you. We talk about your lifestyle and where you are now. Our wardrobe is like a living, evolving entity, just like us. We're always changing and growing and improving, and pieces you bought 5, 10, however many years ago, I don't know how long,
And it's amazing how sometimes we'll keep those clothes for 5, 10, 15 years. Yeah.
And some of those pieces might be really incredible and worth keeping because they're classics that are made well. There are those pieces that stand the test of time. But these are all things we consider as we're assessing, and it's individual for every person that I work with. So that's how we determine the assessment. And then we make piles: keep, donate, toss, and alterations as well, because sometimes a piece just is an alteration away from being perfect.
Well, that takes us right into step number 3. Are you going to keep it and make those piles on your bed? I know you have another picture of that as well. But I wanted to touch on something when you had mentioned about keeping the clothes that you thought you were going to go to places, but maybe you really aren't. Like, I know I have a couple of fancy dresses that I think are just beautiful, but I don't really go to things where I wear a full length dress anymore, but it's hard to part with it because I think maybe, or I have a few suits that I used to wear, but I haven't put on a suit definitely in about 3 or 4 years. So
okay,
how do you help people let go?
Well, I can help people let go. That's one of my secret powers. So if you have not worn a suit in 3 to 4 years, chances are you are not going to. And if you do have an occasion where you're going to want a suit, I bet you are going to want to shop for a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with that sparkly, beautiful dress, unless you have plans to go, to some special event where a full length sparkly dress is appropriate, fundraisers, those sorts of things. In the next few months or so, or sometime this year, I'd say hang on to it if it still fits and you love it. Otherwise, I would say resell it. Poshmark is a great app to sell items on. And then donating items. It's just taking up space in your closet and
in your mind. It's funny how it does take up head space. And also, I think psychologically, when you walk into your closet in the morning and you really do need something to wear, I feel more overwhelmed when I'm looking at all the things I'm not going to wear.
Right. Women wear 20% of their clothing 80% of the time. And the reason is most women shop for every reason but need. They shop because they're bored, they feel fat, they want to feel better. It's social because they're doing it with friends. And impulse buying. Oh, that's so cute. It's on sale. I love that color, without taking into consideration, oh yeah, but that shape doesn't work for my body, so it's not really good for me. So it takes a lot of self-discipline in today's world of fast fashion and lots of sale marketing to really stay on track and focus on what you need for your life. And that's
and to have that, and to have that other voice like you to say, girlfriend, it's time to pass it on.
And we can then go on to the donate piece of it. I suggest my clients donate items to Dress for Success, which is such an amazing organization. I'm very, very fond of. I was a personal shopper for 10 and a half years there, and I donate a percentage of every closet control service to Dress for Success. Because I just so strongly believe in how they help empower women to by providing professional wear so that they can get back into the workplace and support themselves and their families. So think of it like this: those pieces that you love but that you're not wearing, that are taking up head space, closet space, you can be blessing another person's life. I encourage my clients to think of it as a way to give back. It's really a form of recycling. So it's all these good things help my clients more easily say, yeah, I'm going to let that go now.
Yeah, I agree. That is a nice way to let go of items. I know that I'll sell some things on Facebook groups, or I take them to consignment places. And it is something reassuring that, okay, even though I kind of want to hold on to it, but I'm not using it. So knowing that it has another purpose and it goes someplace else. All right, so let's talk about number 4, clean the closet.
Clean the closet. So I just did my closet a few days ago because we're switching seasons now. I always suggest doing this before spring, summer, and then before fall, winter. So I pulled everything out of my closet, and this encompassed 2 full rolling racks. I pulled all my boots out to store them for the season, and I cleaned the shelves. Wipe your shelves down, wipe your clothing racks. They get covered in dust. There's all kinds of funky stuff in there. And then I vacuumed and mopped the floor. And then as you put everything that you're keeping back in, you know you love it. Your space is sparkling clean. You know all of these pieces fit well and they work for you. You know how to wear them and make outfits. It will change your day. It will change how you start your day. So anyway, back to the cleaning. It's a great time to clean the closet because all of your items are out of it.
Yeah. I think I love the point you made though too. It is how we start our day. It's one of the first things we do in the morning, and it also sets our mind at rest as we go to bed at night. So it is very feng shui, I think, too. Yeah, actually clean the closet.
To worry about. You know, we have so many decisions that we all have to make every single day. And if you can remove the overwhelm and stress from this, those are my goals. This is why I created Closet Control and why I'm in the wardrobes business. It's not to sell people a bunch of clothes. That's not it at all. These are solutions that help women in their lives, and we all have to get dressed every day. So why not look your best? Wear items that are appropriate for your lifestyle, what you're doing, who you're seeing, for your shape and your coloring and your personal style. Add your spin on it and you will look amazing every day and you'll feel better.
Yes. And the last picture I put up there too is where you show, and I don't know how well you can tell in that picture, but you show that they have matching hangers. Why is that important?
Beautiful. Isn't that amazing?
It does look really nice. It looks very professional. It looks like you'd walk into a showroom and that's how it should look.
I mean, it almost looks like a store. And really that's what you're doing every day when you stand in front of your clothes. You're kind of shopping your closet to put together your outfit or your look for the day. Our brains take in 14,000 bits of information per second, every minute of every day. And of course, the majority of that is subconscious. But when you have visual clutter, meaning all the mismatched, jumbled hangers, that's one more piece of information that your brain is trying to take in and process. And as you see with the matching hangers, especially in this woman's closet, they kind of disappear and all you see are the beautiful clothes. So this was our after. This was the placement after we went through and did all the steps. This is one category for her. This is her dresses.
Do you like to color code things too? Do you think that's important? I know you have two red dresses together there in the black section.
Yes. And she keeps all of her clothes in one giant closet. So if you look to the left half, you see white to black, and then you see like a black and white stripe, and the reds are behind that all the way to black. That's how she separated her spring, summer, fall, winter. She just likes to keep it all in one closet. I don't have any hard and fast rules about that. Whatever works for you, but you need to have a system, and I'm happy to share with my clients what I found works for myself and many others. It just needs to work for you. There's really no right or wrong. Whatever's going to help you get dressed quickly and efficiently and feel good and just be in that place of calmness to start your day.
Well, thank you, Debbie. This was really mind-opening, and I love the ideas of just really being able to organize our closet, and it will stay that way. It seems like it'll stay that way longer, right? Once you really get things in their place.
Once you go through and these initial closet services, if you will, this big one, it does take a while. I spent 3 to 4 hours in my closet a few days ago, but it's now done. I hadn't done a big one like that and actually cleaned for a year. So it feels so great. And I tend to self-edit as I go through the season. I don't buy a lot of clothes. I don't shop every weekend. I know women who shop every weekend. I shop more like a man. I shop for what I need. I'm in the fashion business and I'm a total fashionista. I love it, but I also place value on my time and my money. And so I really am thoughtful about what I'm buying and how it's going to work for me. And those are the things I teach my clients. You can still have fun with fashion. It doesn't have to be like rigid, but it's just about shopping smarter. And then I think when you've gone through the exercises and the work, you are inspired to keep it this way because it feels good.
Right. Do you even have a rule that if you bring something in, do you say, I have to now move 2 things out?
That's a great rule. I don't really have a rule like that, but for someone who does love to shop a lot, I have clients who that own rule on themselves as we work together, and they say, you know what, now that I've had you help me with this, this is going to be my new rule, because they have tons and tons and tons of clothes, and you can never wear them all in a week or anything. So I say, do what works for you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Whatever those rules may be, that's when I started to implement myself. And it actually makes me think twice about buying something, because I keep thinking, okay, that means I have to let go of 2 things, twice as many. So to eventually even make more space in there. But these have been fabulous tips. You can get with Debbie at debbiemikulla.com. It's all in the notes there as well, with the closet control. Let's get it under control, because I agree, we need to wear more than just 20% of the clothes that are in our closet.
we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And she has some specials too. So take a note and look in the notes, because those may change periodically when you're watching this. So definitely have some. Yeah. If you mention that you watch this video, then Debbie will have some special pricing for you.
Absolutely. Mention the video or Successful Women Made Here when you contact me, and you will get my special pricing.
Great.
Yeah. Really would love to work with you if you feel a little out of control and overwhelmed.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you, Debbie.
Thanks, Sheryl. Have a great day.
You too.